Today's video is going to be on how to remove colored pencil from your surface. I have many different ways that I use to remove colored pencil, and I'm going to cover those ways on PastelMat, Bristol Vellum, and Bristol Smooth, Strathmore Bristol. Hi, my name is Peggy, and I'm the artist behind Peggy Kovic's Fine Art. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so this video is kind of a continuation of using the slice tool. One way I remove colored pencil is by using the slice tool, but there's a few other ways as well. So I have this all set up, and as you notice, I use the pen tool on part of my setup here. But what I'm going to use, an embossing tool with Scotch Tape, a Jacquard eraser, my blue tack, which, let me show you the blue tack. It's clean and safe, and it has 1,000 different uses, but it works absolutely fantastic for graphite and colored pencil. So that's what I use it for. So I'm going to be demonstrating all these tools and taking off colored pencil, and I'm going to be doing it on PastelMat. I also have Bristol Smooth using polychromos and Prismacolors, and I have Bristol Vellum. It's Strathmore Bristol Vellum surface, and this is Series 300, and then also this Series 300 Smooth surface. So let's get on with the video. My Jacquard eraser is a Jakkar. This little beast is pretty awesome. I use it with my graphite. I use it with my colored pencil. And actually the artist that turned me on to the Jacquard was Dina Marshall from Dina Marshall Fine Art. We sharpen it with an emery board or a sanding block, and it works just fantastic. I've even used it on PastelMat, though I think it might damage the PastelMat surface a little bit. But do you see how well this Jacquard eraser will remove your colored pencil? And we'll just do this across the wall, because I got all these different colors. Why not? And then this one here is Prismacolor, and it doesn't remove it from the PastelMat. Not really. Not very well. And then we can use it on the Bristol Vellum with the polychromos. Look how nicely that removes. And then the Prismacolor, you have to take a few more passes at it. And now for the Bristol Smooth, doing the polychromos. Isn't that beautiful? And then the Prismacolor. So the Bristol Smooth and my Jacquard works just beautifully. Now we'll go on to using the Scotch Tape with my embossing tool, which this is what the embossing tool is, and I use the small end most of the time. You take off a little piece of Scotch tape, and what you can do is, if you don't want the major stickiness, because you put this down, you can remove a lot. Can you see how much colored pencil I removed by just touching my paper? So what you can do is you can put it down on your pants and kind of remove a lot of the stickiness, and then remove and use it. Doesn't work quite as well when you do it that way, but you can get like your top layer. I choose not to stick it all down. I hold it very carefully up on my finger like this, and I just touch it down, and it only removes what I'm telling it to remove. And I've never had trouble with it removing more than I asked for. So if you touch softly, it'll remove hardly any. It doesn't work too well on that color. Let's try this one. That's better. I think I put too heavy a pressure. Some of these I varied my pressure to see how it worked. All right, so the Prismacolor on the PastelMat. I mean, it's removing it, but I don't think I like Prismacolor on PastelMat. It seems to fill up the tooth quite a bit. Okay, so now for the Bristol Vellum. Prismacolor. Not very good. Polychromos. Wow, nice. Very nice. Okay, so what's going on here? It's not even... Prismacolor in the tape method doesn't work very well, in my opinion. Polychromo in the tape method worked beautifully. But the original artist that told me about the tape method used strictly Prismacolors, but she also uses Prismacolor very thins, which I haven't really used. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to do the blue tack. And with the blue tack, you can shape it into a blade. So you kind of need and it's not an kneaded eraser. There is a difference between a blue tack and a kneaded eraser. But you kind of make a blade, and then you just, let's see, where do I want to do this? And the way I do it is I just kind of dab. Let's see. You see the color on the blue tack? Let's do it on the blue. No, let's do it on the brown, dark brown. And this allows you to take up very small increments because each time you dab, you get a little bit more. So you can approach slower, correcting. And another thing I do is I roll it back and forth across, or just dab it. And it works. But you do not rub it back and forth like that. It doesn't work very well. All right, so there's the PastelMat and the blue tack. Here's the Bristol Vellum and the Prismacolor. I may have put this Prismacolor down too strong. I was testing out the paper to see how saturated I could get the paper. And I really got a waxy buildup for sure, and I'm not getting a whole lot of it off with my blue tack. Okay, so the Polychromos with the blue tack works pretty good. Especially if you want to take off, like, oh, I got it too dark. Let's back off on without removing it all. And see, it did a pretty good job there on the Bristol Vellum. The Bristol Smooth. Not too bad on the poly. Not as good though. I'm actually kind of surprised. I've not really found a whole lot blue tack didn't work on. But it's okay on this purple, on the Polychromos. It's not great. And now a Prisma. Okay, I think I'll save my blue tack for graphite work when I'm working on these two surfaces because it really did not do well. For polychromos, definitely using the embossing tool with the tape works beautiful for polychromos. Now, the slice tool. I'm blown away. I am absolutely blown away. Here's with the Prismacolor. I mean, you can draw, you can do squigglies, or just whatever you want to do. This tool is amazing. You can do your little whiskers, little highlights, scrape away a little bit, scrape away a lot. And it's not, here's the most amazing part, it's not damaging the paper. There is no damage to this paper. Now I'm going to try it on the Prismacolor. And again, look at that. Where's my dusty brush? Gotta use my dusty brush here. It does knock off some, obviously. It's scraping off. But again, it's not damaging the paper. There is no indent on the paper at all. So this is the Bristol Vellum and the poly. And we can do the tip. I like the side. I like going sideways with it, turning it on its side, and going sideways. That seems to be the best stroke for me. And then for Prismacolor on, on Bristol Smooth. Wow. Just wow. And then the poly. So hands down, the slice tool is going to be more of my go-to for removing and adding whiskers if I have already have colored pencil down. I wonder how it does for embossing. Now I can emboss with it. Let's throw on a little bit of graphite here. Really a thin embossing. But wow, I really, really like it for removing color pencil work. So yeah. And I hope you found this video useful, and thanks for stopping by.